general thoughts, and we'll open up to questions. Chris?
Yeah, look, 18,000 people, something, 18,200. What a crowd. What a crowd. Our people who sell tickets for our club, they've done a great job getting people in this building. Tonight, I hope there's some new fans out there that like what they saw. But our club, Porg, Wayne, our organization, teaming up with Commerce City to put on the biggest fireworks event here in Colorado. I love it. Full house. I got to see the boys come back to win, to be proactive on the night. I think is great. We stayed aggressive to get them the victory. And it's a great team effort. You know, when you talk about good teams, I think it can look something like this, where we're the aggressors on the night. We take a goal. We maybe against a run of play after halftime, but we stay in it. We push hard, and we stayed aggressive as players, as coaches, the whole time, and push for the victory. You know, we think that's what 18,000. You know, that's part of the fireworks. You know, so fourth place, another home win. Lots of positives on the night. The reserves came in, did a good job, and I've said about the locker room that we have a winning organization, winning team, and I think tonight was a good example of that.
Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave. Chris, let's start with Ali Laraz, his first goal for him professionally. Your thoughts on his performance coming into a game that, you know, had an energy about it that can be tough. And, you know, we were talking beforehand about how we haven't seen him a whole lot in training do those sorts of things on set pieces. You know, were you expecting what he did on that free kick?
That's exactly how Sharpie draws it up. I actually would say that those guys put a lot of time and effort into that, led by Sharpie, and you know, there's fine details in there, and the group is attentive, all of them. Starters, reserves, I've not seen anything like it. The attention to the detail and attention to a tedious part of our game. But Oliver, I think we've all seen this year, and it's what I love so much about him is that he's a winner. He's just a winner. It's why I trusted him, put him at right back at the end, as we chose to go really aggressive to get the victory. But he's a reliable player that you can fit him in different areas that he's going to bring energy. And yeah, I love that he gets his first goal. I mean, he deserves it.
Braden Nurse with the Denver Post. Just what does it mean to you to have two double-digit scores now here just a little more than halfway through the season? And what keeps working when it comes to Hoffa and Georgie?
Well, look, you have two quality players. They get on the same page with each other. They make guys around them better. Hoffa's the warrior, goal scorer, continues to do it. And Georgie, you can see all along the quality that we know he has. And tonight's another really good example. The goal, the assist for sure, but just his overall quality and what he brings.
How are you, Mike Lyle, KUNC Radio? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mike.
You mentioned at the start about the culture of winning here and the fans that came out tonight sell out. Since you've been here, what has it been like and how the fans have adapted to this culture that you're building here with the team?
Listen, I've played, when I was a player, I played in Colorado against the Rapids, and I didn't like it. The fans were tough. The altitude was a factor. And I love that I got to team up with them now and put out a team for them, an attacking team that goes after it and tries to make them proud and come back. And, you know, of course it's 4th of July, but they've been coming out. They make noise. They understand the game. They're knowledgeable, and they're a big difference for us. And we're going to work hard to keep delivering. There's so much a part of this, but we love our fans.
Chris, a bit of a short bench tonight. I don't know, were some guys assigned with Rapids too, you know, or is that something that was a concern for you, given you made 3 subs across 3 windows?
Yeah, look, we had a decision to make with Kamani and Wayne Frederick that they're healthy, they're playing and training again, and sizing up potential minutes tonight versus big minutes tomorrow with our second team. It was that became more important for their development, for in the end how much they can help us. So it was a tough decision, leaves it a little bit short, but we knew we had enough cover. We wouldn't have done it if we didn't have enough cover. We did, and then it was decision for development. We make this decision with our leadership, and I think it's the best thing for the player and ultimately the club.
some misfortune, some missed opportunities for Darren Yappy this year, but what can it do for his confidence to do what he did tonight and win the earn the winning penalty?
Listen, I have to remind Darren. I don't know if I'm the only one who calls him Darren around here, but maybe his parents. But I remind him he's still a young guy, 19 years old. Pressure on him and he wants to score. So the times he doesn't get the goals, he feels the weight of the world in moments. But he's worked hard in training. He's been really professional as an approach every day to just get better and work as hard as he can, and knowing the goals will come. Tonight's as good as a goal, right? It's the game-winning moment that he creates. In addition, he comes in and makes a lot of plays, draws fouls, holds up play, comes back into the game, and I'd say for a young guy, it's a big moment for him. I'm really proud of him.
Chris, as you mentioned, first half, lots of energy, just no finishing touch. What was the message at halftime? Was it keep doing what you're doing, or were you looking to change something just given that you'd had the run of play but not taken the lead yet?
Yeah, it's always interesting, this sport, that you make a couple of tactical adjustments, where the spaces are, a couple of ways in attack that we thought we can get at them, some overloads wide, some more driving with the ball from our center backs. You talk about these little nuances. You talk about just staying with it and continuing to do a lot of the work. So we almost reset the game plan in certain ways, and they make some changes, but with the game started being played in our half straight away, and that combination of a little momentum shift, and they come out strong, they get a goal, and we made a few adjustments, but the game is funny in those ways sometimes because it doesn't even have a lot of time to get it going. So credit to the guys to stick with it. We gave up a goal and right back to work after that. And you can see we kept probing, which was the message at halftime too. Keep probing and don't get too emotional. No fouls and just momentum. So great response from the team. Great victory. Yeah.
Touched on it a little bit, but that's 3 straight wins at home now. Just what are you liking about the way you're playing at home and kind of making this stadium the fortress that it can be?
Well, look, we do try to have a mentality, and we have it, like home and away. It's why we've won games on the road. But it's always tougher on the road. It just is, and what teams put into it in their building, it's always seems to be tough. But at home, with our fans, with altitude, with the energy of the building, our pitch, the comfort of home, that we're proactive, we go after it. And you can see that teams will come here and they slow the game down a bit. It could be a little frustrating in moments, but what I love most is the energy of the crowd and the tempo at which we play at. We really put teams in fast games. You can see it, and I think we give up one shot on goal all night, to be fair. And it's just home cooking.
All right, Coach. Don Pablo with Rapids Rant. You guys suffered your first red card in man-down match last week, but you are, I think, second least amount of yellow cards and only red card in the season. What is your message to the team, and why are you so disciplined there?
Yeah, look, that's not an accident. We work hard at that in training. We referee in training. We talk about habits, moving our feet. We show teams in the Euros. We show teams in Copa America. Lazy defending in moments, lunging, all or nothing plays. We really put an emphasis on that. And you can't always control it. And we're still human beings. Last week with Kev, he's competing. He tries to come back into the game. It's a foul, but this stuff will be part of it. But we are very deliberate in this, not trying to beat ourselves. So we've done a good job at that.
On a similar note, Georgie got his 5th yellow card. Sounds like he'll miss Sunday. Did you have a message for him after the game, given that? And how are you and the coaching staff going to approach replacing him on Sunday?
Well, it's the first thing, and I gave him a hug and told him I'm proud of him, and it's the first thing he said. He's a little bit gutted, with this moment. It's a little bit unlucky, because he's going for the ball and maybe he doesn't see the guy coming around. But it's one of those. The guy puts his head down, he puts his foot up. But he's disappointed, and for me, these are part of it. This is not a silly, immature. He's competing. It's part of it. You know, it's just circumstance. So it's the next man up. We have a good team, and the next guy will step up. We love our central midfield. We like our attackers. We'll figure that part out, but that'll be for we'll delve into that tomorrow. But it's great that Georgie gets another goal and an assist. Helps the team with big win.
Chris, on that note, Georgie with 3 straight penalties that he's converted, and that coming off of maybe a frustrating start of the season for him at moments, and then obviously the miss against Seattle. Your thoughts on just the composure that he's shown in those critical PKs and how he's taken away PK shots from Rafa?
Look, you know, it's never easy stepping to the spot in tough moments. If 4 or 5 nothing game, imagine you take a penalty. But for these moments in front of the crowd, he likes the pressure. He really does. And Tim Melia, the goalkeeper on Sporting, guessed the right way, and Georgie just hits a really good shot. It's a confident shot. It's a guy with a lot of self-belief, loves the team, loves our fans, and you can see the passion that he plays with. So never an easy moment, to be quite honest. If you just look around the world, the games, it's never a given. But as we've said in the last months, he keeps heating up, and he's a really important player for us. So it's great that he gets rewarded this way.
homegrown midfielder Ollie LaRosse. We'll start off with his general thoughts and open it up to questions. Ollie?
Yeah, just a good win. Really exciting night, and happy to get my first goal.
Brandon Nurse with the Denver Post. I think your reaction and your celebration said it all, but just go a little deeper into what it means for you as a homegrown to get your first goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's cliche, but it means everything. Like being from the city and being able to score a goal that helps your team win points is what you dream about. And I was going to go celebrate with the fans, but then I remembered that we needed to get another one. So I turned around and everybody was pumped up too. But I think it was good, and we used that energy to just keep going and push for that second one. Yappy did really well to win the penalty, and Georgie tucks it away. So altogether, really proud of the night in general.
Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave. Ollie, we were talking while we were waiting for you. We don't see you do a lot of set piece stuff in training, or at least you're not one of the main players focused on that. You know, was there something from Sharpie? Was that something you guys had practiced before, or was that just a weird situation that you found yourself in the perfect spot?
Yeah, no, Sharpie puts us in good positions all the time. I think coming on as a substitute, you play different roles than maybe starting a game. So, yeah, I was in a bit of a different role than normal. But that is the job of whoever's in that spot. And I was lucky enough that it just fell to me, and I thought, might as well put your head on it, and a good thing happened.
Don Pablo Rapids rant. When non-Rapids playing, when was your first July 4th match? Where was it? And do you have any good memories from one?
Oof. I don't know if I've ever played a July 4th match before this one, to be honest with you, because I think most of the time when you're in academy, you have it off and they give you the day off. And I've certainly never scored in one, so I would have remembered that.
What about attending? Younger.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to place like one specific one because I think I've been to so many. But it always just is, it's awesome. I remember looking at the little design they have up on the banisters up at the top, and just the theme of the stadium seems really cool. So it's definitely a special night, and I think it means a lot to the people here, and I'm glad that we have it every year.
Ollie, we've seen Chris tinker towards the end of games to try and get back into matches, and it just so happened the situation tonight was putting you at right back. Have you ever played right back before? How did you feel about that situation?
Yeah, I actually have played right back before. I think in a game like that, you just need to, kind of roll with the punches and deal with the situation as it comes. And I was happy to go to right back because I think it was a position where I could help us kind of get forward. And the way that we play is, a right back, when the ball's on the other side of the field, you pinch in a bit and you're almost inside as another 6. So it wasn't too foreign. I think the moments where it's like 1v1 on the outside definitely is a little bit different. Usually I'm the one coming to help. But no, I just tried to be smart and keep it simple.
How old were you when you were playing right back last?
Probably 19 when I was with Loyal. I played a few games there at right back, which was definitely a bit of a learning curve, so it might have helped me a bit tonight. But it's a tough position, so these outside backs definitely have their work cut out for them.
On the same note, Chris described you as a winner and someone that he can trust to put in those kind of situations. Just what does that mean to you to have your coach's trust like that?
Yeah, it means everything. I think trust is a lot, and for him to have trust in me, I feel proud, and hopefully we can just keep that going and build that trust game by game and year by year.
Ollie, coach has obviously instilled confidence in every player on this team, but what about the guys around you, Cole, Georgie, some people that maybe you can look up to as a presence in the midfield?
Yeah, they lead by example. They're good vocal leaders too, and they pick you up when you're down, but they push you in a way that they want to hold you to the standard that they hold themselves to, which is very high, as you can see based on their performances. So it's just about matching that and trying to be the best version of yourself while complimenting them as players and helping them with their strengths.
Chris Armas might be the only person ever to work for the Rapids, Ollie, who refers to you as Oliver. We were debating, how do you spell Ollie? Do you care how people spell Ollie?
No, I don't care at all how people spell it. it is funny that he calls me Oliver. I think the only other person in the world that calls me Oliver is my mom. So just those two pretty much.
What's your dad call you?
Yeah, lots of names, really. No, but I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll end there. Thank you so much for participating.
Sweet.